Hello everyone, my name is Miss Kornoelje and I am your student's Geometry or Honors Algebra 1 teacher. A little bit about me. I am from Jenison, Michigan. I went to Cornerstone University where I graduated with a degree in mathematics for secondary education. This is my second year teaching at WAMA. I enjoy traveling, reading a good book, cooking, and baking. I thought it would be kind of fun for you to see some pictures of me when I was in high school. So here I have a picture of my marching band. This is me right here. I played the flute. I also was in choir, and that's a picture of my high school choir. A little bit more about my classes. All important information can be accessed through Canvas. If you haven't already opened Canvas up, to see what's going on there, I highly recommend that you do so. As a parent, you have the opportunity to act as an observer of a course, so you can see all the assignments that your student needs to be working on, things that they maybe didn't complete on time, things that they are missing, and all that good stuff, as well as my weekend preview, which has all important class work items listed, upcoming things such as tests or quizzes. Those will be listed on the weekend preview as well. We also have the modules, which we'll talk about in a second. Right now I want to point out the to-do list on the side over here. For me, it looks a little bit different. My to-do list is things that I need to grade. For my students, they see a to-do list of the assignments that they need to complete. When they're out in the main dashboard, all of their classes are going to show up in the to-do list, but if they open one of their courses, it changes and the to-do list becomes only the items for that course. So the to-do list is still on the side over here. I'm going to go ahead and show you the student view here so that you can see what the students look at. So as I'm opening up the student view, I will tell you that there are some things that for the Honors Algebra 1 class might look a little bit different. I color-coded everything for Algebra 1 to be blue. Everything for geometry is purple. Everything else is pretty much the same right now. We haven't gotten into any content yet. We've been taking the week to learn more about Canvas, how to use Canvas, and some skills that we can practice and learn for the chance that we may end up in a remote environment. So the students come in here, they have their to-do list over here. These are the things that they need to complete. When they come into a class, it brings you to the home page. For my class, the first place that they want to look at things is in the weekend preview. So they're going to click on this weekend preview button, and it opens up this chart that has all of the items for in class and for their assignments listed here below. And right above it, there's this note for the virtual students. Virtual students need to complete all of the items that are written in blue text on the agenda and on the assignments. So that blue text is actually a link, and it takes them right to the assignment. So if they click on that, it'll open up what they need to work on for that day. All agenda items are due by 3 p.m. the day that they are given, which for an A-Track student, Monday 8/31, they had to have the syllabus assignment and how to annotate a PDF completed by 3 p.m. The assignments have a different due date over here. So the intro slide assignment, which was an assignment so that I could learn a little bit more about your students, that is due for A students on September 2nd and due for B students on September 3rd. I typically will have 2 weeks at a time posted on my weekend preview. I have week 1 here that we've just completed and week 2, which will be next week. I told the students right away that the current week will be fully accurate and you can expect it to stay the same. But the second week, I might sometimes make some adjustments. So that second week is just to give you a glimpse into the future so you can see what's coming. But there may be some things that change on that. So I did give them good warning on that. If we go back to the home page, the other really important button to click on is the modules page. The modules page houses all of the assignments and other types of things that I might want students to view. So if we click on the modules button, Right at the top are some general class resources, some things that might be helpful to them, some instructions on how they can type math, some instructions on how to annotate a PDF in Canvas, some instructions on how to use Canvas. The week in preview you can access through here, and for the virtual students I recorded a video to help them get to know me and some things about the class. This Unit 0 is all the things that we've completed this week. Upcoming we have this Unit 1, and within a unit we have these 4 sections here. Each section will have a video lesson that they'll watch. We run a flipped classroom for both geometry and Honors Algebra 1. So for a section they'll come in, first they will watch the video lesson and complete the notes. In-class students are expected to do that the night before a lesson is taught in class, so they come to class with their notes completed. Then when they come to class, they will complete a WISC, which I'll give some more information about what that is later, but it's basically a check-in on the notes to check for understanding. Then we'll have some in-class materials. We will be doing a little bit more in class than what the students at home will be receiving, but the students will have, the at-home students will have some practice questions that they will need to work on and submit. And then after they've completed those practice questions, we have a mastery check to check for understanding of that section. So then after each of those sections, there will be a review day and a test. So in the first unit, we have 4 sections, a review day and a test. And they don't have access to any of those things, but I'm going to go ahead and leave the student view so you can see what the layout of that looks like a little bit better. I do have them pulled up on my end. I just haven't released them to the students yet. So starting next week, when they come in, they're going to see Section 1, 1.1 video lesson, 1.1 WISC, 1.1 classwork, 1.1 mastery check. And those are the things that are reflected for the online students. They will be expected to come in and complete all of this stuff in that one day for that lesson. Except the first unit we're going to start a little slower so that we can kind of get the hang of things. In-class students will still be doing these things, but there are some other things that are added in there as well. Those are the most important pieces about my course. The only other thing I'll say is that the syllabus is also available to be accessed through Canvas. So if you come in here onto Canvas, you can click on the syllabus button and it has all of the information that you might need about my course that we didn't cover here, including how the gradebook works. The gradebook on Canvas, I don't recommend that you use that to assess your students' grade in the class. The best place to look for that is PowerSchool. If you're trying to contact me, email is by far the best option. Students also can email me, or they can message through Canvas, both on an assignment that they've already submitted, and if they click on the inbox tab on the far left, that brings them to a message center where they can send me a message through Canvas, and that will both notify me on Canvas and in my email as well. One last thing. On the far left tab, there's this button that says Calendar. Any assignments that a student has to complete, they will be posted on the calendar on the day that they're due. So I have a lot going on today's date, Thursday. So I have at 3 p.m. my Algebra 1 honors class had a skills assessment that for the virtual students needed to be completed by 3 p.m., but we completed that in class today, and so on. So I have more in some of these boxes than your students might, but it will be a good place for them to see where things are at, what things are due when, and what they should be working on in a little more high priority. That is all that I have to share with you for right now. If you would like a little more information about what a WISC is for student classwork, or what a mastery check is, and some of those things, I will be recording a video and giving the students that information on Tuesday. So if you do choose to log in as an observer, you should be able to see that video as well, from what I understand. I haven't seen the observer end of Canvas yet, so I'm still learning some things. Please bear with me as I'm learning more about Canvas myself as I try to do the best I can to make everything clear and accessible for your students. Thank you for watching this video. Have a wonderful evening.